Hello guys, welcome back to SWS Boxing. Delighted to get on the channel back on the channel, Louis Smithson. He's now had 5 fights with 1 win and 4 defeats. And yes, pleasure getting you on as always, Louis. How have you been?
Yeah, all good, mate. All good. Plenty of good feedback from the last one. It was a tough one, but it's all positive off the back of that one. But I've been good.
Good stuff. And yeah, before we talk about the fight you had with Danny Boardman, you fought the fight before, you fought Danny, you fought Matthew Borland, um, and it was a first round TKO loss. But talk about that fight because how many days notice did you get? What, 2 days notice for that one or?
Yeah, it was on 2 days' notice. Two weights above what I usually fight at, so it was just more of a little last minute sort of help out for them. Obviously, got paid for it as well. So yeah, no, it was what it was. I knew it was going to be a tough fight. I didn't really know much about Matthew Borland. He's obviously a good fighter, but I was sort of not really. I hadn't been in the gym or anything. Yeah, 2 days notice. In hindsight, probably should have skipped that one out, but it is what it is. You live and learn, and then obviously it put me instead for the next one.
Did you did you so what was the fight? What, featherweight?
It was actually, I think it was classed as like super feather because of
Oh.
the weights. Yeah, so it was two weights above, obviously super bantam, which I'm used to. So I won't be fighting that heavy again. Like I said, like, it was just sort of a last
No
minute thing,
risk,
and
no reward, really.
yeah, it just got offered to me, and I wasn't really doing anything that weekend, and just thought I might as well take it. But yeah, in hindsight, I
You
won't
got
go
up
anywhere.
from two knockdowns and, you kept getting back up until you couldn't fight no more, sort of thing.
Yeah, it was just like I would never quit, sort of in the corner or anything. It got obviously waved off, but it was just due to my body not being anywhere near the condition it needs to be for a fight. Like I said, I hadn't really trained or anything, so it was just more of a last minute thing that I probably wouldn't do again, and especially at that weight, I'll always want to be in shape, obviously. So
Do you agree with the corner throwing the towel in?
yeah, I think it actually got waived by the ref due to the body shots. I don't think they threw the towel in. I
Oh,
think it was just because of the body shots. It was nothing. He didn't hurt me to the head. It was just he caught me with a good body shot, but it was just down to me not being in shape basically.
he was he good?
Yeah, he was just very strong. Didn't really pay too much attention to be honest. It was more just got in there and there was no real footage on him. I think he was like an Irish
Yeah.
amateur champion. I think he done quite well in the amateurs over in Ireland, but yeah, there wasn't too much about him. I think he trains with Ryan Burnett as well, so he's obviously he's obviously knows what he's doing. But he was just very strong. I think he's probably the strongest person I've actually ever been in with. So yeah, but I don't know if that was just due to him just being strong or the fact that he'd obviously had like a proper training camp and it was two weights above.
Mm.
So I don't know really what the factor was, but yeah, it was just yeah, he was good. He's good.
'Cause, I think he's now maybe 2-0 or maybe 3-0 actually now.
Yeah, I think he's free, and I think he's got another one coming up. I spoke to him. He's a nice fella. I spoke to him after, and then I think he fought on that Conlan boxing show just pretty much straight after,
That was it, yeah.
and then I think he's had, oh yeah, it might be a third actually. I think he's coming back to like Newcastle or something.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that fight was in Spenmore.
Yeah, in Durham. Yeah, so it was quite a way away, but it was a little weekend away for me.
Yeah. Yeah, and then of course the fight out was it last week or the week before? Week before.
Not this Saturday just gone. It was the Saturday before.
Yeah, yeah, Saturday before. You was back at the Brentwood Centre
Yeah,
on the top tier show and your fight was it was live on Dazn.
yeah. It was good. It was top tier. They always do great shows. I think they get better and better as they go on. But yeah, and obviously the added sort of thing with the zone was good as well. So yeah, that was a great experience. Even though
That's
obviously
ticked off the bucket list, boxing on Dazn.
exactly. Yeah, like I said, it's probably the biggest sports, well, boxing platform there is now. They've sort of taken it over the past few years. They've definitely taken it over. So yeah, yeah, like I said, it's one to tick off the bucket list. Boxing on them.
Was it good to box on the zone?
Yeah, yeah. It was, you don't really think about it at the time, um, but obviously after in the build up, it was just like a nice little added bonus. You're going to be, live on TV, and when I got home after to obviously go on the zone out, click on there and watch yourself. Um, yeah, it was a little bit surreal at first, but yeah.
Yeah, and of course you were back on the top tier show, which must have been good. Of course, that's your second time now boxing on the top tier show, so
Yeah.
you're turning into a bit of a top tier favourite.
Yeah, I think Johnny just likes sort of fighters that want to fight and show up and are reliable. I think he has, well, a lot of promoters probably do, but people pulling out and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
I'm never going to be like that. So yeah, I think he just likes the reliability. He knew that I was going to turn up on the day. And then yeah, I mean, as far as like the fight, I think they maybe thought it was going to go a little bit different. They probably thought I was going to get stopped or something like that. So it's good to sort of give a good account of myself on this one.
Yeah, and you did especially. I mean, he came at first round started, and he came at you like he put it on you for the first 30 seconds, and you weathered the early storm, and then it sort of slowed down, didn't it? I mean, did you expect him to come straight at you as it just started?
Yeah, I did. I did think he was going to come, full steam ahead. I think like he said, he'd watched the previous the Zach Fee fight, and I think they thought, it was going to be the same, obviously, and then seeing that I lost against Matthew Borland, um, yeah, I expected a fast start from him. He's a classy amateur, and amateurs coming out. The amateurs, obviously, amateurs is very fast paced in itself. So I thought he's gonna come out fast, and he did. But I think he sort of blew himself out a little bit, thinking he was gonna get me out there early, and then it sort of made the next three rounds not as bad as the first. So yeah, it was all right.
Yeah, and I thought, he came on strong. He looked he was quite a skillful boxer, wasn't he?
Yeah, yeah, no, he's very skillful. Like I said, he was a two-time national amateur champion. He did originally sign, I think, with Queensbury, and then I
Yeah.
don't know if they've gone their separate ways. I'm not too
He's
sure.
boxing on Wasserman, I believe.
Yeah, I think he actually isn't with Queensbury anymore.
Yeah, he's boxing with on a Wasserman show in 10 days' time, so he's on a
Yeah,
good show.
yeah, straight back out. I think he sells a lot of tickets. He's got a good support system. So, and all his supporters were sort of coming up to me after, and they all seem nice enough. So he's got a good little support system around him, and yeah, best of luck to him.
It was a because he was trying to stop you, and then I think he realised. I think it maybe might round two where he sort of didn't rush his work and sort of picked his shots quite nicely. And yeah, you landed a few good shots yourself in there as well, so it was good.
Yeah, you go into the fight. Obviously, I'm always going to go into a fight wanting to win or coming to win. I won't ever class myself as sort of like a journeyman or anything like that. And I think it's to call journeyman anyway. I always think it's a bit derogatory because at the end of the day, they're going there
Road
to fight.
warriors.
Yeah, that's a better name for them, or like just prize fight or whatever. Because most of them don't go, you know, a lot of people think they just turn up to lose, but I'll never be like that. Whether I lose or not, I'll
And you
never.
got and you're the sort of fighter who gets, apart from the, ball and fight, you've had a good camp. You had a decent, I mean, with the whole fee situation,
Yeah,
the injury with Perkis and the Ahmed situation. But you've got good camps, haven't you, for these sorts of fights? And you're not
yeah,
going into them on 2 days sort of notice. You're getting a good preparation for the fight. So it's good.
yeah. Which I think you have to like that's it. Well, when you say like journeyman, most of them are training week in, week out, which is something that I will adopt. I'm not going to go, missing out the gym for a couple of weeks or anything like that, like I did before these camps. I want to just make sort of my life more of a camp. Stay fit, stay healthy, stay around these lower weights. It's not blowing up, making it hard for myself. And then when the opportunities come, I take them. Like I said, I'm always going to want to come to win. I'll always come to win. But when you're getting offered these boys, You just got to take it and hope for the best. And like I was gonna say, in the first round, I could see that he was just very sharp, very good, and I didn't open up too much because I thought he'll end up catching me with something. So
Mm.
the win for me was getting through the fight and just toughing it out, and that was
And
a
that's
win
what
for
you
me.
did. You stayed in there right until the end, which is the main thing. And of course, have you seen that Danny and Zach Fee have said that they would like to fight each other?
Yeah, I saw that a little bit of their back and forth, and
And of course,
I think
you fought both of them. What do
yeah,
you think of that if that happens?
I think it would be a very interesting one. I think Johnny would be lucky to get that. If Johnny can get that on his show, I think that would be a good one. I don't know if I could pick. I mean, I would probably actually edge more towards Danny because Zach, although he obviously stopped me, but
Yeah.
I was a much better prepared for this next one. There wasn't all the shit going on with like opponent changes and whatnot. It was a weight. I probably dipped down to bantamweight, which I don't know. Like I don't know if that done me any good. So I felt comfortable. I felt like a lot stronger, a lot more durable at that super bantamweight. So I think that and featherweight is probably where I'll float around now.
Do you think they've got similar styles, those two?
Yeah, I think they are similar. I think Danny's a bit more vicious, that's why I would give him the slight more edge. Like Zach's very calculated and doesn't really waste anything. But then I think Danny's like that, but then I think he's a bit more spiteful. So I think that might play a part. But look, it'll be I think Zach's a nice fella. I think Danny's a nice fella. And if that does happen, I'll definitely be watching it. So hopefully they do get that down the line. It might be a bit too soon for both of them to like want to take that much of a risk in their career, like because obviously they're both good fighters. They want to build their records up a bit, but I think just get in there and do it.
Yeah, I think when that does happen, it'll be definitely a fight to watch, and who knows, maybe you'll be on the card as well, which could be good.
Yeah, I mean, if it's the top tier, I'll always say yes to the top tier. Yeah.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. So of course you've had the two fights so far this year.
Mhm.
Would you want to try and get maybe one more or before the end of the year or?
Yeah, like I said, I'm not necessarily going down the sort of road warrior route, but I'm being offered a lot with good money and stuff like that. So for me, it's just about what makes sense. If something makes sense for good money, and I think, like I said, I'm always going to come to win, even if the odds are slightly stacked against me. But off the back of that fight, I know that I can tough out fights and get in there and just give it a go. So I'll see. I'll see. Maybe I might have a few. Maybe I might have one. I'm not too sure. But off the back of that, we're being offered a lot. So yeah, just weigh up the options and see what comes.
So you're getting good options coming in now, that they've seen you fight Danny, that Dazn fight and the fight you had on top tier is getting that got your name out there even more and got you some good exposure as well.
Yeah, like I said, I've had nothing but like sort of positive things off the back of it. Like a lot of people reaching out to me, saying like to stick in there tough, like blah blah blah. So it's good. I appreciate it. Oh, it's nice. Even though I didn't win, it's I'm not. Literally have not heard one negative thing. So it's good to have some positivity. I've actually had more praise in this one than I did when I got the win over Pollard. Like more people reaching out. So just goes to show if you give it your all, stay in there, tough it out. People respect it. So it's good.
Exactly that. And is there, so you said featherweight or super bantam you'll be
Mm.
fighting, not bantam. Do you not think you're comfortable at bantam or?
I definitely would need like the longer camp because when your body's going up and down all that time, it's the adjustments. Like with feet, it's the first time I actually ever made bantamweight, and I think my body just, like I said, he hit me with a shot that I've been hit with a million times in sparring, never gone down, never been hurt, and it just that sort of shocked me. So I think that was due to just my body not really being strong enough. So at super bantamweight and featherweight. I think that's where I sit more comfortably, not going above that because I think then it starts to get, the boys are stronger, they're coming down. So I think those two weights are pretty good. If something got offered and it was a decent money or something, or I had a good amount of time to prepare for bantamweight, then yeah, I can make it. But yeah, I think super bantam and featherweight are the comfortable ones.
Mm-hmm. Um, yeah, when can we? I know you fought the other week, but when can we expect you back out? What, October, November, or?
Yeah, probably October. I mean, I'm back in the gym. Like, I haven't really taken like weeks off. It's only last week. I'm back in the gym, so start on my running up again. Start, you know, strength and conditioning, sparring, and that. My body's all nice and healed, feel good now. So just get straight back in and take whatever. I'm obviously still fit off the back of that. It was like an 8 week training camp, so I'm still fit. I'm still strong. So I'll be ready to go.
And what did you manage to see Morgan's fight or?
Yeah, no, I stayed. I literally got changed quick, come straight back out and watched it. I mean, it was a tough one for him. Um, but I think he'll be back stronger than ever. It's one of them. The guy was just on him 24/7. He just did not let him breathe, and Morgan just couldn't get away from him, and it just went the way it went. I think obviously he got dropped as well, which is never nice. It always panics you a little bit. But hopefully he'll come back stronger than ever. And I don't think it's phased him too much, and they are obviously one apiece now, so I think they should have a third one down the
Mm,
line. But we'll see.
exactly that. And yeah, of course. What do you make of the AJ v Dubois fight that's happening Saturday? Who've you
Yeah,
got?
I'm looking forward to it. I think AJ will probably get to him sort of the middle of the fight. I think he's just a bit too experienced. They're similar, but I think AJ's just that bit better, technically better. So I think he'll get to him sort of, yeah, in the between 4 and 7. I reckon he'll break him down and get him out of there.
What's the other fights?
I was
Danny.
looking forward. I was looking forward to the Liam Smith and
Oh, but that's
Josh
off. Yeah.
Josh Kelly, yeah, but obviously Josh Kelly's still fighting, and then the
Yeah.
Joe Cordina one as well was meant to be on that, wasn't it? And then
No, Cordina was meant to be boxing on the BF Bivol card,
that's the one,
and
yeah.
that fell through because Shakur Stevenson got injured. Who've you got with
Mm.
BF Bivol then?
I like Bivol. I hope Bivol gets it. I mean, he just every time he steps up, he uh he steps up to the plate. So I think Bivol. Hopefully Bivol. Anyway, I quite like him.
Um, Clark Wardley is the rematch. Who've you got? I mean, the first one was quite close.
Mm.
It was a draw. Could have swung either way. I think on the night I actually scored it a draw. Or maybe I think I might have edged it to Fabio just. But who've you got with that rematch?
Yeah, I would go with Wardley. I think he'll I don't think Clark will change too much. I think he's always sort of been the same, and I think Wardley will change some things up. Obviously, his nose I think it was broken quite badly in the last one, which
Yeah.
obviously plays a big part, and I think that slowed him down a little bit. So I'd like to see Wardley win that one.
Um, what about Denny v Hamza Shiraz? That's this Saturday
Mm,
on the AJ card.
yeah, I think Hamza Shiraz will take that. I think.
I think he'll be too strong for Denny. I like Denny because like I think Denny, he's been written off. He's come up
Mm,
through he's been written off with a few fights and he's over, proved people wrong. So he's good, Denny, but I just think
mm.
Hamza will be a bit too much for Denny.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree, but look, so anything can happen, and anything can happen in boxing. So we'll see. It'll be a good fight, I'm sure.
Warrington or Kakachi.
Yeah, that's a bit of an interesting one. I think obviously Warrington's got the experience and stuff, but I don't know if he's sort of too not past it. But I think he's had a couple of hard fights. I don't, and obviously the catch he's on like an up. He's got a buzz, so that one will be interesting. But then Josh Warrington is also he's a tough little guy, so yeah. Again, I can't really split him. This it's a well matched card, really.
What's the fight that stands out for you on the AJ card apart from Anthony Joshua Dubois?
It was the Josh Kelly Liam Smith fight. I thought that would have been a really good fight because
Yeah.
like Josh Kelly, obviously, when things get tough for him, it's it's can he get through it sort of thing. And Liam Smith definitely would have made it tough. But then you could also look Liam Smith sort of at the back end of his career and Josh Kelly sort of in the middle getting going. So that one was an interesting one for sure. But yeah, I mean they're all pretty good. They're all going to be. It is a good card. It is a good card.
hmm And of course, Ryan Maycott, your stablemate's boxing Jack McGann on a Queensbury show. Yeah, it's a month tomorrow. Who've you got with? Oh, yeah, of course, Ryan. But what do you make of his fight with Jack McGann that's coming up?
Yeah, it's a tough one. That Jack McGann's quite good. He's quite strong, isn't he? So that would be an interesting one. But then obviously I've seen Ryan sparring Morgan. I've seen him sparring. So yeah, you can never write Ryan off. And then I think he's in that top tier tournament as well. Ryan, that's going to be coming up. So that'll be interesting. But
Oh, so he's got a few big ones coming up then, hasn't he?
yeah, so
Because he
he's
won
he's
that prize fighter, didn't he?
yeah,
Geordie's
he won
first
the first
show.
one. Yeah, so he is looking to impress, I think. So it'll be good.
Yeah, it's a big year for him as well. And of course, yeah, Louis, big year, big rest of the year for you as well. And oh yeah, before I let you go, I'll let you, shout people out that you want to shout out.
Yeah, just obviously trainers, manager Charles, always sort of helping me out, always there. So, in the game, you need someone like that. And yeah, just friends, family, something like that, mate.
hmm And from me, thank you for your time and well done on the fight you had with Danny the other week, mate. Well done.
Thank you very much. Good to catch up with you.
Anytime, mate. Bye.
See you later.